The COVID lockdown took its toll. Like many, I found myself confined working alone from my dining room. But for me, it felt like something more. It felt familiar, a ghost from the past. I would escape to this little room we built in the garden. Surrounded by olive and fig trees, it was my sanctuary. And it was in those months of silence at the age of 50 that I had a spiritual awakening. I realized that I spent 25 years building my accounting practice, building a business for my family. And I saw the next 25 years and I had a vision. I wanted to work not only for myself and for my family, but for Jesus Christ, for God, and for the common good. But how? What good is an accountant to Jesus? Then I remembered who I am. I'm a Palestinian Christian, a descendant of the first followers. This calling was part of my identity, a baton passed through generations. The memories flooded in while in lockdown, living under occupation in Ramallah. The curfews, the fear. The COVID lockdown felt like an occupation, and I felt that we, Palestinian Christians, were being forgotten, pushed into history without a voice. The catharsis led to action. We formed a charity, Palestinian Christians in Australia, to raise our voice and support university students back home. For 2 years, that was our mission, a small seed planted in my meditation room. And we had no idea the storm that was coming. October 2023 changed everything. After the 7th of October, the retaliation against Gaza was total. Nothing was left standing. Our churches, our mosques, our community centers, our hospitals, our schools, our homes, everything is destroyed. By December, the first Christian families from Gaza began arriving in Sydney. They had walked for 6 hours under sniper fire to reach the Rafah border. They arrived on a 3-month visitor visa with nothing. No support, no certainty, just the trauma of what they had endured. Our charity had only $40,000. It felt like a drop in the ocean. We did not know what to do and how to help them. Then on Christmas Eve, a Palestinian Muslim man called me. He said, "What are you doing to house your people?" I told him the truth. I don't know how. We don't have enough money. He said, "Learn how and the money will come." So we started. We found a sympathetic agent who rented a house to 2 families, and it was a start. Then we secured a meeting with Bishop PCiA of the Antiochian Orthodox Church. I worked out the finances to house the first 7 families that have arrived. For 6 months, we needed $100,000. We had $40,000. We needed another $60,000. We presented our request, having no idea what the church had collected for Gaza. And then the bishop spoke. "I will authorize the priests to transfer $60,000 to your charity's account." $60,000. It was the exact amount we needed. That was the moment. I felt it in my bones. This was divine intervention. My pledge made years ago under the olive trees was being answered. This was God's work. We called it the First 7 Families Project, and that miracle became a beacon. The news spread to the churches in Gaza. People who were terrified to leave now had a promise of shelter in Australia. They risked the perilous journey because they knew we would be waiting. More families arrived, and as they did, more miracles followed. The money, just as the man on the phone had promised, came. I could see God's work in the numbers. My skills as an accountant were suddenly not my own. They were part of the plan. A grant would arrive just as a new group of families landed. A donation would appear just as a lease needed to be signed. Ordinary Australians, churches and charities rallied behind us. We were flooded with donations, with help and with love. We weren't just housing families, we were building a community of welcome.
I know we collected $180, but we'll get them a $200 voucher.
I'm happy to get her myself nappies as well. Formula she needed, but she's trialing out cow's milk first. If baby doesn't take cow's milk, we're going to try to start the back, put the baby back onto formula, which I'll buy her formula tea.
Okay, that's fine. Count me in, and we'll get a few of those tins. Also, can you add them on the list for the families getting the blankets? Can we get them one queen blanket and one single blanket? Can you tell? Yeah, can you tell Zena to get that organized?
Zena, do you have those in the car with you now? If we could drop them off to her?
Just, I'm not sure, I think it's 2 queens, so we can definitely give them 1 queen.
One queen, okay. One queen, fantastic. Okay, that's good. And the voucher will be available for them to pick up from my mom's place, maybe not today, tomorrow. By tomorrow, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, fantastic. Good work, girls.
God bless you.
Okay, God bless you too. So the only thing we need is a smart TV. Let's get on social media and do a call out. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, good work, ladies. Okay, thanks. Bye.
I now realize that my first 25 years in accounting, even when I was working only for myself, for my family, were not wasted. God was preparing me, perfecting my skills, teaching me resilience, preparing me to achieve the impossible. To raise over $1 million and house 80 families in a year. This is my miracle, a miracle for our charity. I'm proud of what our charity has achieved. We have saved the government thousands of dollars, but more importantly, we have shown these families they're not forgotten. They are welcome in Australia. They have a future. God loves them, and we love them too. God's plan for us isn't always clear. I encourage everyone to look for your higher purpose in life. If a humble accountant can transform my understanding of the importance of serving others, I believe everyone else can. I am a true believer and truly believe that this work is divinely planned. I offer my life in humble obedience to God's plan to save more children. God is calling us, whispering in our ears, to do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. Join us, join our organization. If we could achieve what we've achieved with a small group of people for the past 2 years, imagine if you join us and we come together as a community, and how much work and support we can do, especially for the families that are arriving soon, who have been under the lockdown and under the war for the past 2 years, highly traumatized, with special needs, with more things that we need to support them with. We ask you to come and join us and help us make these people welcome in Australia.